Hey everyone, and welcome back to Zero Escape 999, where last time everyone regrouped after our investigations of the ship. And we now have 3 doors we can choose to go through in order to see what remains on the rest of the ship. In the submarine ending, we went through door 2, and, well, things went very, very bad. I will tell you right now, while the events will play out slightly differently, kind of, it's really not that much of a difference. Basically, the difference is how we decide to go into door 2, but the same people end up going into door 2, and the same events will occur. If we go through door 2, we will get the submarine ending again. Really, the only significant thing that changes is we're not going to be confused about why the Jupiter door is open, because we got the Jupiter key. I believe we got the Jupiter key at least. We picked that up, right? I'm pretty sure we picked that up. Yeah, we picked that up in the operating room. So yeah, literally the only thing that changes is we're not confused about the Jupiter door being unlocked. But otherwise, we're going to get the submarine ending. So we're not going to go through door 2. So our choices are door 1 or door 6. And I am going to go through door 6. I want to go through door 6. Now let's see, if we go through door 6, the people who want to go through are June, Santa, and now me. So that's 9 plus 5 is 14 is 5. So we need one more. We need Ace to be able to go through. Assuming Ace goes with us, that leaves 4, 7, and 8. 15 plus 4 is 19 is 20 is 2. So they're going to be going through door 2. Alright then. Sounds like a plan to me. Junpei flipped open the piece of paper. It read, Junpei, door 6. Of course he did. Of course it did. He'd written it after all. That's a problem. June spoke barely above a whisper, but they all knew what she'd said. None of those teams will be able to go through the doors they want. Clover and I chose door 1. Lotus and I chose door 2. That's not enough people to open a numbered door, however. The digital routes don't match up either. We've got similar problems. Junpei and I want to go through door 6, but our digital route is 5. If we're gonna open that door, we need a 1. Damn. What are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do? Junpei crossed his arms and did his best to put his thoughts in order. The others followed suit, but with little result. Eventually, Clover broke the silence. Why don't Seven and Lotus go through door 1? With me? Her face was cold and flat, as was her voice, but her logic was sound. Would that add up? Hold on. 15 plus 4 would be 19, would be 20, would be 2. Plus Ace would be 1. Does that work? I don't think that works. 7 and Lotus. 15 plus 4 is 19. 19 and 1 plus 9 is 2. Would be door 2, not door 1. Clover, that's not gonna work. 7 plus 8 plus 4 is 19. 1 plus 9 is... Oh my god. Yep, I was doing my math wrong. I was doing 1 plus 9 is 20. I'm so stupid. Okay, well, moving on. 1 plus 0 is 1. That works. The first problem resolved, Ace spoke up. What about me? Isn't that obvious? Wasn't one of the teams just complaining that they didn't have a 1? You mean I should join Santa's team? Clover nodded, her face still cold and emotionless. God, I can't believe I messed up that math. That's kind of embarrassing. That's why you don't do math in your heads, kids. You use actual paper or calculators so I keep track of everything so you're not being stupid. Her attitude... Clover nodded, her face still cold and emotionless. Her attitude and posture could not have been any more different than the energetic girl of only a few hours before. No one seemed ready to contradict her. No, her response was understandable given her horrible situation in which she had found herself, but even so. I understand. I will go through door 6 then. If we do as Clover has suggested, we can all pass through a numbered door. No one will be left behind. This seems to be the most reasonable solution. 3 plus 6 plus 5 plus 1 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. 7, Lotus, what do you guys think? I don't have a problem with it. Me either. Alright then, we're good to go. Well, at least that way, 1, 2, 3, 4 of 7 people are happy with the doors they went through, or going through the door they originally picked. At last, Junpei and the other 6 had managed to separate themselves into 2 teams. Clover, 7, and Lotus headed to A deck, where door 1 was, near the main staircase. This also means no one's going through door 2, but we also know there's not much past door 2. There's the Sun Key, but that didn't give us much. It gave us a submarine that we never tried to use. Junpei, June, Ace, and Santa, however, took the elevator to E deck. The ride to E deck was a silent one. Alright, let's go. Santa's words jolted them to action, and they stepped out of the elevator into a long, straight hallway. Before long, they arrived in front of door 6. One by one, they put their palms over the red. With a soft electronic noise, it authenticated each of them. The door opened, and all at once, all the 4 of them leapt through it. Fortunately, the dead was located easily enough. This one had been placed quite close to the door they'd entered through. They gathered around it quickly and hurriedly placed their palms on it for authentication one by one. Well, that was easy. It stopped. Yeah, it stopped. The countdown had ceased, but Junpei's heart was still pounding in his chest like a frantic, thunderous drum. It felt as though it might shake itself up and out of his throat. He'd been through the door 3 times before, but repetition had not dulled the experience. He was not anxious to find it dulled, however. He hoped to be free to the ridiculous game long before that happened. Alright, let's go. With that attempt at good humor, Junpei took a deep breath and began to walk. He jogged down the stairs at the end of the hallway and found himself staring at a large door. It was a heavy thing made of iron and more than a little threatening. Before we head through, I do want to check the map again. If we're going through this door, we are on E deck. It is almost completely burned. We went down the east along the top hallway. We're about to enter that. Hold on. I believe... Where is the physical door 6? Oh, you know what? Door 6 is definitely the door on the right end of the hallway. We just went up the stairs, and I believe we're taking the entrance into... No. Hold on. What am I saying? We're on the bottom floor, not E deck. Are we on? No, bottom floor is where... Oh my god. I need the full map of the ship already. Please, Gabe, you're tripping me up. We are on E deck. We are, like... Where? Very top of the area, right next to that giant room on the right. He took hold of the bar that served as the doorknob and shoved it down. The room beyond stopped him in his tracks. It was gargantuan and made entirely of metal, none of the accents of wood or tile he'd seen in the rest of the ship. This room was purely functional, but utterly tremendous. Whoa, what the hell is this? And just to be 100% sure, I'm so sorry, I know. We are in the giant room at the very far right end of the ship. So we're at the bow. Santa got out a few words before also the rest of them. The rest were too stunned to offer anything more than gasps. It was easily the largest room they'd seen, and yet it was somehow closed and oppressive. The ceiling was at least 2 stories high, if not significantly more. It was easily several hundred feet across and appeared to stretch the entire width of the ship. In the center of that gargantuan room stood a massive rounded building. Even from a distance, the sheer bulk of it was oppressive. Junpei could feel the room, the building, even the air pressing down on him. Junpei and the others were standing on scaffolding that crisscrossed the whole area. The proper term was catwalk, Junpei thought, although that didn't seem particularly important. Alright, let's head downstairs. Nearby was a long iron staircase that made its way eventually to the floor beneath them. They moved around toward the opposite side of the massive building, following the catwalk. They hadn't said much as they walked, but as they approached the building, he suddenly spoke up. "This looks to be the steam engine room." "The steam engine room?" "Yes, the thing that looks like a cross-section of a mushroom is the boiler. Do you see the 3 round doors near the bottom? Coal is put into those and burned, which heats the water, producing steam. The same thing that drives a steam engine. This one is simply somewhat larger." "I see." Even if Ace was right, the boiler was boiling nothing as they approached it. The entire room was silent as the grave. Suddenly, Junpei heard a noise behind him. He turned just in time to see June collapse to her knee. June! Oh no. "Hey, what's wrong? Are you alright?" He dashed toward her and wrapped his arm around her shoulders to steady her. It was then that he noticed. You're really warm. Is your fever coming back?" "Oh no, June." Yes, it probably is. But I'm fine. Please don't worry about me. I just need a rest and I'll be fine." Her voice was weak and forced, and it said a great deal more than her words did. Junpei carried her to the nearest wall and propped her up against it. She let her head fall back against the wall as if she no longer had the strength to support it, and drew a ragged breath. Her eyes were empty, as if she was having trouble focusing them, and even speaking seemed difficult for her. Junpei felt his hand ball itself into a fist and clench tight, his knuckles whitening. We've got to get her out of here. She has got to get to a doctor. He had to find a way out, and quickly. He turned and looked at Ace and Santa in turn. They might not have shared the depth of his emotion, but they certainly shared his concern. He didn't need words to express the urgency of their situation. Alright, let's get started. Hang in there, June. I'm gonna get you out of here real soon. She managed a small nod before leaning back to rest her head on the wall. I know I normally try to keep the escape rooms confined to singular episodes, but this one's going to be a 2-episode escape room, and apologies in advance for that. So let's get started. First off, we have a tunnel. It goes all the way across the ship. And a door with something should be in here, it looks like. It's a square hole. Nothing in here. Ah, look at the back wall there. I can see 3 small slots. Terminals for some sort of connector, perhaps? You think we're supposed to plug something in here? Perhaps. Makes sense to me. Then I guess we get looking around. Let's check out the boiler oven. This is the huge oven for this boiler. There are 3 open areas in it. Each of the open areas has a gear in it. I guess we'll check them out one at a time. We've got a giant golden gear. A golden gear. It doesn't look like it was always golden like this. Well, then I imagine it was prepared especially for this game. Okay, so gotta remember gold. It looks like there's a door over here in this tunnel. The belt over there must deliver the coal, which is then picked up and thrown into this door. The door appears to be welded shut, however. Okay, so don't worry about that door. How about back here? We've got a huge bronze gear. This has to be important. And another one of those doors. Small door on the side of the tunnel. It's welded shut and won't open, so yeah, that makes sense. And the last door has a silver gear. Do you think it's made of pure silver? No way. Silver's way too soft to use for a gear. It's gotta be steel or iron, gear that's been coated with silver. Ah, shouldn't have called it a silver gear then. Shouldn't have got your hopes up. Were you thinking you'd hold this thing back? Nah, but I think 7 could probably carry it, don't you? Okay, he's strong, but I doubt he's that strong. And no door back here. The conveyor belt runs into a sort of arched tunnel. Okay, not much there. We've got this over here. Look, Ace! It's some kind of snowman sneaker meeting. Those are just bags full of sand. You use them as a counterweight when you're lifting something with a pulley system. Man, you're too serious. Santa, why did you think they were snowmen? There's a pair of wooden boxes here. There's nothing in them. Okay. Probably for putting the sandbags in for acting as counterweights. There's boxes. There's a bunch of wooden boxes over here by the wall. I already looked through those. There's nothing there. Alright, how about... Can't go any further that way. We can look over on this side. We've got these. I believe this opening is for fueling the furnace. If we were to put some coal in here and ignite it, then the steam engine might start working. It's certainly possible. Okay, so we need coal for that. And that just goes to the other side of the gear cogs. Gear wheels. There are a number of these little windows along the inside of this thing. I think you're supposed to put coal in through these, but they're welded shut. I don't think we can get these open. Okay, well, there's not much down here, so I guess let's check the staircase? What's up here? Got power switches, it looks like. The 3 sliders on the left are down, but this one is up. There are a number of lines engraved in these. I suspect we are meant to do something rather specific with them. Junpei, why don't you move that slider down? Well, there's no harm in trying, I suppose. Nothing. Nothing happened. Maybe it needs to be prepared somehow? You're saying if we did something somewhere else, it'd respond somehow. Yes, I suppose that's one way of putting it. Okay, so we'll come back to that later. So let's check. That's the door we came through. No. I wanted to go further up. So that's the door we came through on the right. We've got boxes here. We aren't gonna get anywhere with a pile of boxes here. What the hell's in these things anyway? They're way too heavy to move. I'm going to assume coal, actually. We've got a door here, one of the doors on the furnace. There's an A on it. There's a circular wheel in the center of the door. Alright, let's give that sucker a twist. And through we go. Well, it's noisy, but it opens. And it's totally pitch black in there. We should, go in here. Alright, let's go. And we make it to the other side. This looks just like the door we went into. Where are we? We must be on the other side, yes? Which would put us directly above the conveyor belt. At any rate, we should keep moving. There's a great deal we've yet to investigate. Okay, so we've got a C door there and a B door here, and looks like there's more over here. There are a number of boxes on the catwalk. I don't think we can go over there. Yeah, not really worth it. The catwalk. Good job, Junpei. I guess let's try B door, which goes back to this side, but now we're on the other side of some of the boxes. And we've got the pulley right over here. All right, let's give this wheel a spin. What? That's weird. I don't feel any resistance. Gah! Oh, shit. And the wheel comes right off. Oh, dear. Good job, genius. You broke it. I didn't break it. It broke all by itself. Well, that's a problem. This is the pulley we saw when we were down below, though. A hand-operated winch. The wheel it once had is now in my hand. Let's see if I can get it back on. There's a couple of posts on the back that look like they fit into the holes on the winch. Damn, no good. These little shafts are too small for this big hole. It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, to be honest. Junpei, what? Okay, I know what you're saying, but what? If that's the case, then that wheel wasn't originally part of this winch. Then that means it goes somewhere else. Okay, we'll check out what's through door C then, since that seems to be the last thing we haven't checked out. And I think I see what we need to do. The hand-operated winch. There's no wheel to turn. Oh yeah, I've got the wheel I pulled off the other winch, don't I? Let's see if it fits. Sweet, it's a perfect fit, like they were made for each other. Not shaky at all? Good, I should be able to turn this now. Good work, Junpei. We should be able to haul up the wooden box now. You see, the wooden box? It's under the catwalk. Can you see it? It's hanging from the rope on the winch, isn't it? It looks like there's some sort of device in the box. I'm not sure what it is. At any rate, you might as well turn that wheel now. I'm counting on you. Ace, what the hell? What? Sure, I'll turn the wheel. I was planning on doing that. Alright, I'll turn the wheel. Huh, what's this? What happened? This wheel only turns to the left. It only turns to the left. That means we can't reel up that rope. Yeah, we can only let the rope down. Interesting. I don't think that will be a problem. We will simply need to go downstairs after letting the wooden box down. I'll be counting on you, Junpei. Sure thing, no sweat. Alright then, and looks like we've got a big scene coming up, so next time on Zero Escape 999, we're gonna see what Ace has to say here, and finish up this escape room. I will see everyone next time for that.